Hey guys, I just want to do a quick comparison of my Rudder G, which I got a couple weeks ago, with a couple of others here. I've got a Kerry Busker G, which I'll be putting up for sale very soon, so I want to get this video out. And just to compare it with another one in kind of that same Overton family is a Goldie F. So obviously it won't be quite the same there, but I want you to get a feel of what it sounds like compared to some of the other well-known brands out there, right? That all follow the kind of Overton construction style. They're all from the same lineage. They kind of each went their different ways. So first of all, let's give a quick sound sample of the Rudder G. A little rusty this morning, haven't been practicing the last couple of days. But that gives you kind of an idea, right? Some of the properties that I feel when I'm playing it, you do have to push a little bit harder up in these top three because it's a fairly open entrance there. Not like super compressed. Like if you look at the Goldie there, you can't see a whole lot of difference. But this was, I think, 0.11, if I remember right when I measured it. Oh, no, it was on the E. I don't know that I measured this one. Sorry about that. But anyway, it is kind of like a soft, if you're going with Goldie. Got kind of a more open sound to it. When you're playing, it's very responsive. You can feel it buzz. There's a slight buzz to the sound. Not a whole lot of air to the sound, but there's a slight buzz to the sound if you push it just a little bit, which gets into that Goldie territory as far as sonically. Well, not quite getting there, and it doesn't have the same compressed feeling while you're playing it that a Goldie does, and that's largely due to the narrowness of the bore here. So what I have found is that, like a lot of the whistles with the bigger entrance here, with the wider windway, you can overblow the top a little bit if you're not careful. Not overblow the top, but blow it out of tune just a little bit if you're blowing pretty hard. That is definitely possible. It does have a decent dynamics to the range though. So you do go a little bit sharp, but you also have room in there where you can play with the sound a little bit. But this kind of gets that more open, a little closer to pure sound with, like I said, that slight buzz to it when you start pushing a little harder. But you can play it nice and soft too. It's a very pretty, slightly focused, slightly buzzy sound. It's very nice. Now, if we go over to the other G I've got, which is the Busker. Now, Phil Hardy, the guy who makes these, also came from the Overton line. He was, I believe, mentored by Overton, if I remember right. So the design here is very similar, though not identical. And you can't get the Busker anymore. You got to find it on the used market. But the one that he did in with the plastic tip is designed very similar. And I've got a D in there. It's the only one I've got by that. Definitely different sound, though. So the Busker comes closer in sound. So just give you a quick sound sample of it. Now, as far as playing goes, well, let me give you it back to back. This has a more, I don't know, a more focused sound, kind of. There's a directness to this that I don't quite get with that, I think is the word I'm looking for. Definitely a slightly different feel. The Busker, if you've played one of these before, is a little easier to, not easier to play. It takes less breath to play, I should say, especially in the second octave. Whereas the Rudder here, you have to push a little bit harder, especially in the top three notes, like you would with a lot of the other brands out there. But the Busker makes it really easy and really kind of even with the airflow requirement to get to the top level. That's one of the things that's great about the Buskers, and they're very loud, of course. That kind of gives you a sample of the sound. They're in the same family. This has definitely got a little bit different tone. One of the things that I've never really loved about the Buskers, these finger holes are never smooth. It's a thicker wall, and they're not like smooth out around the edges. I kind of did that a little bit on mine. Took some sandpaper to it. So you it feels like your fingers get stuck. I don't get that feeling with the Rudder, because I guess it's a thinner wall. Maybe it's finished more. I'm not 100% sure. But these are great whistles, just not quite the tone I'm going for anymore. So let's compare that with the Goldie. So I've got a Goldie F. So like I said, it won't be quite the same. So let's play this real quick. Once again, kind of in the same neighborhood. One thing Goldie has that I haven't really encountered with too many others is that going up the second octave, there's not like a lot of your whistles, you get to the height, the top three fingers, and there's like a sudden need to push harder. Goldies don't quite have that. The Rudder still has that. And so you've got to get more air pressure and push a little harder in those top three notes. Fairly common to a lot of things. You won't find that in the Goldie. It's a fairly smooth transition all the way up. And of course, I've got a medium here. So the compressed airflow keeps it in tune a little better because that air can only go directly to the labia, or the cut here, in exactly the right way. And so there's less flexibility in the tone, but that keeps it more consistent and more in tune. So you do have a little bit more accuracy in tuning here compared to the Rudder. So let's just get a back-to-back sound sample so you can get that. And very close in tone. I don't know how, hopefully this comes across on the phone. Let's do the second octave. So the Rudder here gets a little bit more strident, a little bit more push sounding. You can definitely hear it when you get up to the top, whereas the Goldie's, one of the things they're known for is having a very smooth top end. But a lot of other ones still get this strident sound because you have to push harder. And that's just that still gets it too, a little bit. But anyway, just want to give you an idea. Again, this was a Rudder G. Very good whistle. I love it. I have no complaints. I just wanted to show how it sounds compared to the other Gs I've got here, kind of the other Overton family ones that I have and I'm aware of before I sold my Busker. Anyway, have a great day. Hope that helped.